I'm Sandy Jenkins. I'm a master gardener, and I'm also on the committee for the wreath making class, but I have to work that day. So I'll offer a little bit up of what I know about making wreaths. In this case, I'm going to make, I guess you would call it a spray. It's a little bit different than a wreath. It's not round. It'll be linear. And I made this wreath earlier, so fall is coming down and Christmas is coming up. So I'm going to go ahead and take this down. I made this wreath out of an old form, wreath Christmas form, and I picked this up for $2 at a estate sale. And don't be afraid to use artificial things with your natural items as well. This was just ribbon that I sewed in the middle and gathered it up and added some pine cones. It turned out pretty good. But now that's over, and we're going to start on a little Christmas decoration. First of all, you should have everything you think you're going to need at hand. Go ahead and have some wire cut and cut it longer than you think you're going to need. Have more greenery than you think you're going to need and more ribbon than you think you're going to need. But try to get everything all together so you don't have to stop and keep making runs to get more stuff. So I've got all my tools here. Now, not everybody has a lantern like this in your house or your yard. However, you can do the same type of thing on your mailbox or on a chandelier, and it really looks good on hanging pendant lights. Is a great Christmas decoration to use with this technique. So I really like layering. I picked this up at Aldi not too long ago, and I'm going to use this as my base layer. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up first and just decide. Now on a post like this, it's more visually pleasing to have it up a little bit higher rather than like lower like this. So I'll go ahead and affix that up there and get one of my pieces that I've already cut. And what I'm going to do is I'll place it where I want it and then go through and wrap it around to the back of the post. This, we don't have to worry about the wire being seen because it's going to be covered up by the greenery. So since this is our base, it needs to be as sturdy as it can be, as steady as it can be. All right, so now we're going to get started on our natural items. And I got some magnolia leaves, and I'm going to start with those. You're going to take and cross them over and hold it in the middle as you build. I think I'll just start with this much and go on to the next thing, which is, I don't really know what, some sort of a cedar tree. I wanted to get some needles, pine needles, but I didn't have access to it right away, so. But you can use anything, really, anything you think is pretty. And then just go ahead and hold it up here and see if that's what you think. That looks pretty good. It's not too much to cover up the basket. You want to be able to see all the layers, so I'm pleased with that. I've also got a little bit of this holly. It's pretty. I mean, it's okay. Okay, so I'll take another one of my wires that I pre-cut. And just start wrapping it around. Okay, so take it like to the middle of your wire. Also, get heavier wire if you know, err on the side of heavier wire than the lighter wire. That this is the heaviest they had at the time at Ace Hardware. You have a better selection at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. So wrap it around good. You're holding all these together, and then decide where's your front. Does it look better here or there? I think it looks better from this way. So now we'll go ahead and add this layer onto your base layer basket. By the way, you can find stuff like this at Aldi or at thrift shops or at estate sales or in your basement. Just look and see what you've got and see, well, what do you think? You think that would work? Now I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit sturdier, so if we get a good wind, it won't take it away. I think I'm going to add this holly later because it's hurting me. So I'm going to take another wire and wrap it around a couple of times so it's nice and secure. And then we're going to put it up here. And so since the basket is secured to the lamp post, I'm just going to go ahead and attach this to the basket. Wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap your wire. All right, now I'm going to step back and look at it again. So now we're going to add the embellishments. And the way I do it is I have a general idea of what I want to do, but I design as I go. So I'll just hold it up, see what I think, and just go from there. I've got several pre-made bows that I made last night, and so I was thinking a black and white would look real pretty, or I can go with something a little more colorful with the red. Of course, this is more Christmassy, but I think I'm in the mood for the black and white check. So I'll go ahead and affix that next, and I think I want to get it kind of up as high as I can. Again, I wish I had a little thicker wire. It's easier to work with. You may ask, wouldn't it have been easier to just do it all, attach the greenery to the basket and then put the basket up? You could do it that way, but it's heavier, more awkward, and it's just easier to do it up here in action, so you can secure it easier. And again, I'm going to go back and look. All right, it's a little bit cockeyed, so I'll straighten it up. Now I've got a few things to add. As I said earlier, don't be afraid to incorporate non-natural items, manufactured items, in your designs. Like, for instance, I found this at a yard sale. Well, I don't like the wreath. However, I do like the jingle bells and this thing, so I was just going to take it apart. And that's pretty, but I want to see if I can find something else. Now this is cowbell that I found. And I thought, oh, that'd be kind of pretty. Cowbell hanging off there. I like that. Look for an extra wire hanging down. Attach that. Again, step back and have a look. Okay, yeah, not bad, not bad. I think this would be pretty up there. So let's take it and we'll just see. We like it. Again, incorporating manufactured items along with your natural items. Well, that looks good. I like that. I really think it could use an extra ribbon so that looks a little fuller. Let's see what happens if we do this. That's not bad. Now, you see, it's not centered right here. I'm putting it a little bit offset. And that's kind of a nice design element. Not everything has to be centered. In fact, it's better if it's not, in my estimation. But you do what you like. You do you, and you might like to have it more symmetrical. Okay. Now this thing's hanging out. I'll deal with it. I just want to make sure that this is what I want first. Okay, that's looking good. But I do think I'm going to move the berries a little bit offset as well, instead of being right there in the middle. Magnolia leaves are just a wonderful tool to work with on your decorating inside the house and out. They last a really long time and they're very pretty. I think it's always nice to add a pine cone or two to any design. There, that makes a big difference. Very nice. And I think I'm just going to end it there. Simple is better. You've still got more things you can use for other projects or other places around your house and yard. So thanks a lot for listening, and I hope you gain some inspiration.